Pokemon has seen 7 unique regions so far in the 20 years that it's been around. All 7 regions have been based off real-world locations. Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh are all based off Japan. Kalos is based off France, and Unova and now Alola are based off the United States. There are still many places in our world Game Freak could choose as an inspiration for their Pokemon games, and in this series I will pick a part of the real world and reimagine it as a Pokemon region. And in this episode, as suggested by Zhao, the other person keeping the series alive, we'll be re-envisioning New Zealand as a Pokemon region. New Zealand, the land synonymous with beauty. And yeah, I know I praise every location I showcase here, but New Zealand is straight out of fantasy. And everyone knows it since it's the major location for filming for shows and movies such as Lord of the Rings. The sheer beauty of this land is breathtaking, and that is why I am singing these praises. Besides having the perfect movie landscapes, there are 2 islands that make up the country, and the North Island is near tropical and looks like paradise. Even the coastlines of the islands are hauntingly beautiful. But there is more to the beauty of this land, and the beauty lies under the ground in the caves filled with the glowing worms illuminating the caves. That goes to show you that the beauty of New Zealand stretches from beneath the ground to the top of their mountains. Simply stunning. With knowing what Game Freak can do, I would love to see their rendition of this one-of-a-kind country. And this, of course, translates to the glorious animal life. Now, it would be a sin not to mention the kiwi since it's the national bird of New Zealand. I showcased this animal in my very first episode of the Pokemon Inspiration series that just ended recently, and I envisioned it being a pure normal type since the kiwi is totally flightless. But it is a freaking adorable animal, and I am a sucker for fuzzy animals and fuzzy Pokemon. And I still would love to see a kiwi Pokemon. They could even make it a play on words with the fruit, and have it be crossed with the kiwi fruit, and be a normal and grass type Pokemon. Next we have the Kakapo, the strange nocturnal flightless parrot. They are a critically endangered species, sadly, with a population of 123. Not sure what its typing would be. I like the idea of flightless birds not having the flying typing. But the way this bird looks makes me think of the grass type, and then that leads me to thinking of our new little friend Rowlet. Either way, this would be an adorable Pokemon, and it would be fitting for a New Zealand Pokemon region. And last we have something new to this series. Sorta. This inspiration doesn't live around New Zealand anymore. In fact, it hasn't been around for a couple million years. This beastly sea devil is the Taniwasaurus. It's part of the Mosasaur family and called the waters around New Zealand its home. It would be a fossil Pokemon of the region and in turn would be a rock and water type Pokemon, and possibly the largest fossilmon since the monster grew to over 20 feet long. With the land and animal life being so wondrous and amazing, what would the legendaries be? Well, the old myths of the land are just as colorful, and I found 2 great examples that would make pretty awesome legendaries. And we will begin with the Manaya, the messenger of the spirit world. It is said to be a serpent with a bird's head. Because of what it is, I would want it to be a ghost and flying type Pokemon, and it would be a great addition to the legendary family since there aren't many box legendary Pokemon. We just have Giratina and now Lunala. This would make a perfect addition to the Ghost Legendaries. Fun fact, this is also a symbol in Hawaiian culture, so there is a chance we could actually see it in Pokemon Sun and Moon. And now we have the Tanawa, the very mythical creature that our fossil friend is named after. They are creatures that live in caves, dark waters, and in the oceans. Some stories paint them as guardians, and others as monsters. It would be a unique Pokemon as it would be similar to Hoopa Unbound and have a demonic look to it. It would be a water-type Pokemon since all myths surrounding this creature have it living in the water. As for its secondary typing, Dark would fit it, but that would be so boring. I will leave this up to you guys. Let me know your thoughts on what the second typing could be for the Tanawa. New Zealand, the land from fantasy and beauty. And it would make not only a great Pokemon region, but a stunningly beautiful region too. I really do love this series. This is the Pokemon Travel Channel, it seems. But this wouldn't exist without your help. Leave suggestions on what country you would like to see, and since there isn't one lined up for next week, now is your chance to suggest, and if I use your idea, I will always mention you in the video as thanks for helping me keep this awesome series going. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it around with your friends. Follow me on Twitter for updates on anything and everything Pokemon, as well as when all my videos go live. The link is down in the description below. And as always, this has been Black Phoenix. Thanks for watching, everyone.